In the heart of the Swiss Alps lies a valley sculpted by time, guarded by giants of ice, and carved by rivers older than memory itself. This is Grindelwald, where mountains rise like ancient guardians and crystal rivers whisper the stories of 1,000 years. Here, nature is not just scenery, it is power, it is emotion, it is the silent force that shapes everything around it. The towering Eiger, the majestic Wetterhorn, and the eternal snowfields of the Jungfrau stand watch over this land like gods of stone. But these mountains were not always the peaceful giants we see today. They were born from chaos. From the violent collision of Earth's crust millions of years ago, they rose higher, sharper, until their peaks touched the sky. Winds carved their ridges. Glaciers sliced through their bodies. Every cliff face, every slope, every frozen ledge carries the scars of ancient battles between fire, ice, and time. Stand at the foot of the Eiger, and you will feel it. A presence. A weight. As if the mountain itself is alive, breathing, watching over the valley below. But even giants cannot stand alone. For beneath these colossal peaks flows the lifeblood of Grindelwald. Its rivers, fed by melting glaciers, born from ice that has waited centuries to become water. These rivers are not just streams. They are time itself, flowing through the valley. The most powerful among them is the Lutschine, a river that cuts through Grindelwald like a silver blade. In summer, it roars with the fury of melting ice. In winter, its voice softens, but its strength never fades. For this river carries the memories of the mountains, shaping the land, feeding the forests, sustaining every form of life that calls this valley home. Close your eyes and listen. You can hear the echoes of history in the flowing water, the footsteps of early settlers, the cries of mountaineers, the whispers of travelers who stood here long before us. Every drop of water in Grindelwald has seen more than we ever will. The mountains rise. The rivers flow. Together, they create a harmony that defines Grindelwald, a land where nature's forces constantly clash, yet somehow remain in perfect balance. In winter, the entire valley turns white, a frozen kingdom beneath the shadow of the Eiger. The rivers slow, the mountains gleam under the pale light of the sun. In summer, everything awakens. Glaciers melt, waterfalls roar, and the valley becomes a paradise of green and gold. Every season, a new chapter in Grindelwald's never-ending story. And yet, for all its beauty, Grindelwald is humbling. Standing here reminds us how small we truly are, how fragile, how temporary. While the mountains have stood for millions of years, we are only passing through, visitors in a world far older than our imagination. Maybe that is why travelers come from across the world, to hike these trails, to touch the cold breath of glaciers, to hear the roar of rivers that never sleep. Here, in the silence between the peaks, they rediscover something lost. A sense of wonder, a reminder of what it means to feel alive. Grindelwald is more than a destination, more than a valley, more than mountains and rivers. It is a living, breathing masterpiece of nature, a place where time slows, where the earth speaks, and where every moment feels like it belongs in a dream. This is Grindelwald, a land shaped by giants, carved by rivers, and remembered by all who set foot in its valley, a place where nature writes its own story, one that will be told for generations to come.